dollar. Met some girls from Guatemala, now they trying to holler.
Now before they wouldn't bother, now I'm trying to be a scholar, cause she giving all the knowledge to me.
Knowledge to me.
Doing homework every night of the week.
Night of the week.
Like she chillin' up at college with me.
College with me, but we cruising, man. Rolling up at 4:30. Kush same color as a Kobe Road jersey, or a throwback worthy. Giraffe ass high, fresh breeze just passing us by. Cause I'm cruising on a Sunday afternoon. I got my good shoes on, ain't got no bad news. Here's what you say to the lady. Let me squeeze ya, oh, let me hold ya, oh, let me squeeze ya, oh, let me hold ya. Why? Cause I don't wanna leave this party, baby, without you. What you waiting for? Hop in the ride. Okay. What you waiting for? Hop in the ride. I arrive at a party at 9. I reside inside Sim. Think when we fly, time's on our side. But look again, then it's 11 p.m. Chalk it on the board. Time to sin. Let's begin. Hey, you're kinda cute, and I got the loot to befriend both you and your girlfriend too.
You single Tim Jones?
Well, that depends. Just then she turned to a friend and she said,
I really like him.
Say word.
I really like him.
Oh yeah.
I really. Hi, welcome back. Here right now with the Cougar and the Divas. This is That Chick Chrissy from That Chick Entertainment. We're out here doing our thing.
I'm Chantel, Pink Candy Models.
Hello, I'm Miss Joanna. They also call me Miss Boston because I'm from Boston, Mass. And I'm happy to be here. I also want to give a shout out to AT&T, Uverse Television, and the viewers from everywhere else.
Big shout out to the man behind the scenes, Big Al. We see you back there, Big Al. Shout out to JCT TV. And hopefully you'll enjoy this next bit of footage that we're shooting at you. Hi, welcome back to Cougar Meets the Diva. I'm Chrissy.
I'm Chantel, and on this show you're going to get different perspectives, a mother and daughter, as well as Cougar and Diva, on what's going on in this world today.
Definitely real conversation, conversations that a lot of people can't have with their parents, and parents can't have with their kids, but we definitely have a great relationship and try to make sure that we can do that. And we've decided to take the relationship that we have, which is crazy and fun and all that stuff, and use it to try to benefit, you know, anybody who's watching that we can help. Our topic today, though, is going to be a combination of two things. One, it's going to really be about suicide, and then the other is bullying. Yeah. Because they intertwine a lot. Reason I wanted to talk about suicide a lot is because I don't know, you know, I haven't checked the statistics this year, but you know, it was brought to my attention in the recent past that Connecticut, being the size that it is on the map, has the highest teen suicide rates in the nation. Now you take Connecticut and you take Texas, you know what I mean? And that's pretty serious. And I think a lot of it has to do, you know, with us being what we consider the Gold Coast. You know, towns like Greenwich, Westport, Easton, Weston, all those places that you have all this money coming in. You have
pressure to
a lot of pressure to meet those demands. Teens then get pressured from their parents. In Connecticut a lot also, you know, and I don't know about other states because I haven't been there, but the whole sexuality thing and gay teens, and I mean just the economy now with the money, you know, there's a lot of things going on that doesn't even count regular life, you know. You grow up in a bad environment, you grow up with toxic parents, you grow up with suicide in your family. You're going to have all those things anyway. Coupled with now you're older and you have all these other pressures going in. You remember when I came and spoke at your school? One of the things that I told the teenagers at that time was, this is the hardest point in your life. This is where, as a teenager, everything that in your life that has happened up until that moment. No matter what you've went through, whether you have parents who are on drugs, whether you have parents who are in jail, whether you have parents who put too much pressure on you for sports, or parents who put too much pressure on you for, you know, academics, whether you were molested, whether you were abused, no, it doesn't matter, raped, whatever happened in your life, it brought you to this moment in time. Now you're stuck there with all that baggage, and you know nothing about what the future holds. Nothing. You're so uncertain. You don't know what you're going to do when you graduate school. You don't know what you're going to do for work. You don't know how you're going to support yourself. You know nothing. So your world is in a tailspin.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that I did want to talk about this was because I grew up in that type of toxic environment with all those different things going on. And at 17 years old, I tried to kill myself. And I know that you were cutting at one point. So, you know, I feel there's a lot of other things. My mother was very suicidal. You know, so, I mean, there's just a lot of things that bring all this to a head. It's not simply, oh, life is going to get better.
Yeah.
You know, don't kill yourself, because life will get better.
But it has to get worse.
But when all that turmoil is going on in your head,
you're not worried about when it's going to get better.
When it's going to get better, you're living for the moment. So, I don't know, we want to talk about the cutting a little bit?
It was something that when
it only takes one kind word, or sometimes even a smile to give people hope again. You know, but the bullying, I remember when you were in middle, and the one good thing with Chantel is, as much as Chantel likes to pretend that she doesn't listen, she listens. She hears it. She may not apply it when I want her to apply it,
but I hear what you're saying.
She listens. And I remember I told her, I think it was in 4th or 5th grade, we just had a very nonchalant conversation about why people pick on people.
Yeah.
And I said to you, they don't like themselves. Therefore, they try to make other people look bad so people aren't looking at them. And I think it was about 7th grade. You came home, and I don't remember who it was. Was that the girl, the black light-skinned girl that used to pick on everybody and fight all the time? Anyway, somebody was picking on you. And you came home, and it was about 3 years later, and you said, well, I just told him, you know, you're only doing that to me because you don't like yourself. And the point is it's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Parents, you really have to
explain.
Teach your kids that it's not going to be easy and how you deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you've enjoyed what you have viewed so far. It's always our pleasure to bring you informative information as well as entertainment, excitement that we bring to you as we travel down the highways and byways. On that note, we're going to return now to give you some more excitement from some of this footage coming at you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Poppa T here at JCT 92.G Radio. And it's my pleasure, as in always, to enter into your zone. As in always, we say success awaits us. Keep it coming. Big shout out to the entire JCT family globally. Ladies and gentlemen, you know from time to time we have brought you updates on the sensational rising star known as myself. Myself is doing big things now down on the West Coast shores. You know he's international. Recently came back from China doing a major stay down there, shocking the ears of the folks over there in those regions. I will have myself on the lines here with us today here at JCT 92.G Radio, and I'm going to allow Miss Boston the pleasure of interviewing the one and only myself, Miss Boston.
Hello, everybody. Hi, it's Miss Boston, also known as Miss Joanna from Boston, Mass. Thanks for listening. We're on JCT 92.G Radio, and I'm here going to interview Mr. Punk Floyd. Mr. Floyd, how are you doing, sir?
What's going on? This is myself in the building. What's going on? How's everything going out there, guys?
Everything's going well, and it's a pleasure to have you on the line with us here.
Well, you know, Poppa T has always been a great supporter, and, you know, big fans of JCTV, you know, magazine and the TV show, so it's a great opportunity, and I'm happy our schedules finally aligned for us to connect and do the interview, so thanks for having me on the show.
Well, thank you for having yourself on the show. We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
Now, we're beginning. I actually just want to give the viewers a sense of who Punk Floyd is. Can you give us a little bit about yourself, more or less, what you've been doing, a little background?
Well, actually, the name that I go under is myself, and the name of my new album is called Punk Fluid. And,
okay.
Poppa T has had me on the show before, and I've been in the industry for a couple of years, and this is my latest new album project called Punk Fluid. And some great, musicians are on it, some real legendary rock musicians, some cats, everybody from like Fishbone, Ivan Neville, who played on the record, which is from my hometown, New Orleans. So I've been living in New York for a while, and I put out a project about 2 years ago called Protest in Disguise. And it had a really great single that came off of that record, a song called God Is So Funky, that Poppa T had on debuted a video on his show, as well as the single on his radio formatted show as well. So fast forward, 2 years since then, I've been doing a lot of traveling overseas, and like you mentioned, in China and Japan and South America, and had a chance and had an opportunity to record this new rock and roll masterpiece that we just dropped, all over. It's called Punk Fluid, and the new single is called Do the Zombie Walk. So we've been, busy in the lab, cooking up the hits and just ready to get it out to everybody and take it on the road, pretty much,
Oh yeah, that's great. That's awesome. That's definitely awesome. Now, a little bit about the movement. You said a little bit about it. What type of message are you trying to send to the youth and the people that are listening with your movement and behind your music?
Well, anybody that's familiar with myself as an artist and what I represent, and me building my brand over the last couple of years, the movement I'm really trying to create is individuality. I feel like there's a big component that's really missing in music in terms of eclectic aspects, and also for just people being themselves. So when you hear my Self record or you come to my Self show, you're gonna get an excitement component. You're gonna get some authenticity, originality. So what I want to do, one of my personal goals and challenges is to really bring back the rawness and excitement, and for people to have fun again. Like music has become so corporate and has become so serious over the last couple of years with the changes within the industry. So we just want to bring the whole rock and roll element back. Me being from New Orleans, we know how to do a good party, and we know how to crash a good party too. So
I hear that.
we really want to bring that back. So when you hear my record, Punk Fluid, you're gonna hear those elements. You're gonna hear funk. You're gonna hear rock. You're gonna hear some reggae. And we just want to, get everybody on the dance floor to unite and, one nation under the groove, baby, just like George Clinton said. That's what we're trying to do.
I can dig it. I like that. I like that a lot.
E-L-N-E-S-S-N, yes, we are the very best.
Popping collars, eating shrimp, $5 met some girls in Guatemala, now they trying to holler.
Now before they wouldn't bother, now I'm trying to be a scholar, cause she giving all the knowledge to me.
Knowledge to me.
Doing her work every night of the week.
Night of the week.
Like she chillin' up at college with me.
College for week, but we cruising, man. Rolling up at 4:30. Kush, same color as a Kobe Road jersey, or a throwback worthy. Giraffe ass high, fresh breeze just passing us by. Cause I'm cruising on a Sunday afternoon. I got my good shoes on, ain't got no bad news. Here's what you say to the lady. Let me squeeze ya, oh, let me hold ya, oh, let me squeeze ya, oh, let me hold ya. Why? Cause I don't wanna leave this party, baby, without you. What you waiting for? Hop in the ride. Okay. What you waiting for? Hop in the ride. So I arrive at a party at 9. I reside beside Sim, pick 'em fly. Time's on our side, but look again, then it's 11 p.m. Chalk it on the board. Time to sin, let's begin. Hey, you kinda cute, and I got the loot to befriend both you and your girlfriend too.
You single Tim Jones?
Well, that depends. Just then she turned to a friend and she said,
I really like him.
Say word.
I really like him.
Oh yeah.
I really